The disappearance of Melinda Borden. The disappearance of Melinda still remains an unsolved history. It's a cold case file. Oral history, as told by the elders, is that she was an unlisted passenger aboard the Titanic. She was traveling as a personal caregiver with a European contractor. April 1912, the Titanic hit an iceberg. I thought about jumping overboard, says Melinda, but I was too scared. Then I thought about sliding down the ropes, but oh my God, they were shooting at all black faces in sight, nor will they give us life jackets. Then the water forced me into the sea. I swam towards European lifeboat, but they pushed me away. Then a big, large wave grabbed me and it forced me. It twisted me around like I was dancing. Of course, my ancestors continued to search. They used dancing to tell the stories. They told it through folklore. They told it through history. They danced and they danced. And they continued to search and search for me. But I remains lost at sea forever. But you know what? Our ancestors always come back to tell you can't keep our history hidden from us.
Thank God you came. How many more days could I wait? Make plans with you, and I won't let them fall through. Yeah. I think I lie for you. I think I die for you. Jealousy cry for you. Do things when you want me to. Like control. Yeah, like control. Don't work like that when you love somebody.
Born on the 2nd of May, 1844, Elijah McCoy was the inventor who revolutionized the railroad. He was a passionate inventor who ended up with 57 patents, 50 of which were related to the lubrication of steam engines, as well as a folding ironing board and a lawn sprinkler. Facing educational barriers in Canada, McCoy was sent to Edinburgh, Scotland at the age of 15 to pursue an education in engineering. When he returned to North America, he got a job as a fireman and oiler at the Michigan Central Railroad, where he used his engineering training to help solve some of the common engine overheating problems. His first patent was for an automatic lubrication system for locomotive steam engines in 1872. However, he continued to invent and refine his devices, and by the turn of the century, he had produced more patents than any other black inventor at the time. Lacking funding to manufacture his inventions, he sold off many of his patents. However, by 1920, he was able to establish the Elijah McCoy Manufacturing Company and finally produce his inventions under his own name. Legend suggests that his work was so sought after that it would be requested by name, which may be the origin of
This is by way of Black Journal, y'all.
Phrase, the real McCoy. Though McCoy is perhaps known as the most prolific of all black inventors, his name was not even mentioned in an authoritative book on the history of the American locomotive industry. The 1922 book by engineer E.L. Abrams' Lubrication of Locomotives identifies several early pioneers and organizations with no mention of McCoy, nor did any other lubrication literature credit him during that time. 5. Alexander Miles. Alexander Miles was a successful black inventor in the late 19th century, best known for inventing elevator doors that could automatically open and close. His invention made riding an elevator much safer, with automatic doors still being a standard feature on modern-day elevators. Alexander Miles was born on May 18, 1838 in Circleville, Ohio, to Michael and Mary Miles. Sometime in his early adulthood, he moved to Waukesha, Wisconsin, where he worked as a barber throughout the 1860s. Miles experienced great success as a barber in Duluth, opening a barber shop in the 4-story St. Louis Hotel. He even used his savings to purchase a real estate office. His business achievements earned him a spot as the first black member of the Duluth Chamber of Commerce. In 1884, Miles built a 3-story brownstone building in an area that became known as the Miles Block. However, during elevator rides in his buildings, Miles witnessed the risks associated with an elevator shaft door accidentally left open. There were many examples of people accidentally falling to their death through the shaft because the elevator doors at the time had to be manually operated. Miles was determined to solve this problem. He attached a flexible belt to the elevator cage, which touched drums positioned along the elevator shaft, directly above and below the floors. His invention allowed elevator shaft doors to operate at the correct times. The elevator doors were automated through a series of levers and rollers. Alexander Miles was granted a patent for his invention on October 11th, 1887. Before his death on May 7th, 1918, Miles was considered the wealthiest black person in the Pacific Northwest area, largely due to income from his invention. Miles was inducted into the National Inventors Hall of Fame in 2007. 6. Benjamin Bradley. Benjamin Bradley was an...
Hi, this is Tracy Braxton, and you're watching the Bobby
Hi, I'm Laura with the BobbyPin.com.
Hi.
And my question is, Crash and Burn for debut album is a very interesting name. And I would assume that you're trying to make a statement.
So, Tamar and the sisters are all gathered around the table. Now, this is supposed to have been a meeting of the minds with the sisters, with them getting along. Especially, Tracy wanted them to get along. So, they're trying to sit at the table, Tawanda, everybody trying to sit at the table. Don't know why Tamar is not attending the wedding. They know why, you guys. Tamar said, that's because you sent me a cease to desist, trying to shut down my business, you guys. And then another thing I don't like about this is Tony sit up there too and allow those sisters to make fun of Tamar's mental health issues, you guys. Y'all heard what she said about the mental health issue? She don't argue with mental health people. Shame on you. That's your little sister. And then, y'all, we're going to find out that she says that Tamar was sleeping with one of Tony's boyfriend. Then she said way back in the mid-90s, Tamar was a teenager. And then if you calculated who it was, the man was a grown-ass man. So here we go again now. They're treating Tamar like they treat Ashley. This grown man going with your sister. This grown man taking advantage of your damn sister. That's what he's doing, you guys. She was a teenager, and shame on you. Teenager, right? I don't know if it's true or not, because Tamar said it wasn't true. But if it was true, all three of y'all sisters are older. Why would you let a grown man be taking advantage of your sisters? And then, your baby sister then gonna throw it up in her face and act like she crazy. But anyway, let's just get to this. The lawyer exposed who sent the cease and desist. Cease to desist. All right, let's just hear what Tamar is saying right here. Another thing, y'all, I don't like when Tony lied. Tony is a liar right here. Tony is the oldest one at the table, and Tony act like she didn't know what Tamar was talking about. Tamar looked at Tony like as if she was surprised. What? What? You mean to tell me, Tony, that you told me to invite Ashley to the show? Oh, she argued Tamar down around her sisters. And of course, Trina already sitting over there smirking because Trina pissed off about Ashley being on the show revealing what her deceased husband did to her. Inappropriate things, you guys. Once again, there we go. Ashley was about the same age as Tamar was when Tawana accused her. This grown man taking advantage of Tamar. But anyway, later on in the confession, Tony had to confess that she really did tell Tamar to bring Ashley on the show. And I don't believe she would have made that confession if it weren't for the producers been sitting there, probably told her, you got to come up with the truth because did you did tell this about Ashley. Ashley said that dad sent her a cease to desist. Cease to desist. In my opinion, that's the first thing came to my mind, Tamar. That brother do not want that his daughter talking out. What kind of father is that? Most fathers, y'all, when somebody said they don't touch my baby, y'all know what they ready to do. They ready to make sure that whoever that perpetrator is or that pedo is, he would never ever have an opportunity to do that to their child anymore. But no, not Tamar and them, brother Michael. Michael telling that daughter to shut up. Anyway, let's just hear what the lawyer is saying.
First of all, then I want to show you all, y'all probably already heard about this too, but there's this big new tour that everybody's talking about. Y'all heard about that? Yeah. I will go ahead and I want to show y'all this, if y'all don't mind, looking at it, a little bit. I'm going to show y'all my business. Who's your...
I have a show in Miami. It's a man another. I'm so thrilled to be performing at Jazz Fest in Miami. I've been taking it slow because, I haven't looked busy. I haven't been able to tour like my 2 hour and a half tour. But the last thing I want to do is disappoint Wanda again.
A city near you. New edition is touring, and who do they pick to tour with them to get them some sexiness? Miss Toni Braxton.
Yo, I can't even lie. Now that's the new edition way. What y'all think about our Las Vegas residency?
Encore Theater? It's dope. But I feel like there's another level we can take it to.
I agree with you, Ron. What you think, Mike?
2 steps ahead of you, Slick.
What you got up your sleeve, man?
Let me see if this works.
What's good, bro?
What you doing, man? I'm sitting here with the fellas.
What up, man? What's up?
Oh, yo, what's up? Checking y'all's temperature for 26. We trying to go to the next level. What y'all got on y'all's calendar?
That's a good question.
Whatever it is, it's got to be something we've never done before.
New Edition and Boys to Men, we've never, all these years, ever shared the stage together.
That's what I'm talking about, John. You saw what I was seeing, huh?
Yeah.
Come on, give me some.
That's next level for sure, baby boy.
Feel like we're missing one thing. A little feminine energy.
I got a bona fide queen on speed dial.
JG.
And guess who it is? The beautiful Toni Braxton, y'all. Coming to a city near you. Boys to Men's new edition and beautiful Toni Braxton.
Darling.
So we came up with this idea.
Say less.
Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask you.
It doesn't matter. I'm in.
We are missing one little key element. Our queen.
So who did you have in mind?
Here's the vision. All 3 of us on the same stage every night.
Not taking turns. Actually performing together.
Fans all around us.
We're gonna get crazy.
No barriers, no separation.
An original music experience.
With all this artistry, it feels like royalty.
This is too big for one city. Let's take this to the fans.
It'll be like 9 kings and a queen.
The next level starts now.
Block it.
Just say it. Girl, your niece. I have this feeling. It was amazing. Am I going to destroy it by what I'm saying?
What is going on with that?
I got to say some disease. I can't talk about that.
I just feel really sad that Mommy is struggling and that there seems to be just so much tension between Tamar and the rest of the family.
I got disinvited to Little after I got me a ticket.
What we were told is that you didn't want to film with us.
Well, you already know why I want to film with y'all, because y'all sent me a cease and desist and tried to destroy my business.
Who's y'all?
Y'all family attorney.
I had to have him as my attorney for years.
One of y'all gave this my address. By sending a cease and desist, it's shutting down my business. And my problem is, nobody wanted to come to my defense. I want to be someone else.
So, you guys, as you can see now, the lawyer gonna speak up. He's gonna tell y'all who sent the cease to desist. Cease to desist. Another thing.
Get a cease and desist. Do you have to have their address? How do you serve?
Oh, so you
how
gonna
does
play?
the person receive it?
Oh, you gonna play?
Elliot?
Okay, let me tell you how you do it. Let me tell you how. It's tough. You get one of your senior paralegals to take it to their apartment and to meet with the concierge. And you tell your senior paralegal because you, first of all, you don't hire a process server because you're respectful of the fact that she does have a son that lives there who's a minor, and that you don't want strangers going to her door because, contrary to popular belief, you care about her and you want to still protect her. So you get one of your senior paralegals to stay over beyond working hours and to take the cease and desist, and you tell your senior paralegal, do not go to her door. Leave it at the concierge, and don't even put on the concierge that it's from a law firm. Simply put her name on it and put personal and confidential. And that's what your senior paralegal does. Isn't that what your senior paralegal does, Fred?
I've heard of that process before. Yeah.
Is that what happened in this instance?
Yes.
And you're the person that actually did it, right? I'm serious too. Yo, what's going on here? Fred. You
Hold on. Let me answer. I was directed by my supervisor.
Absolutely. No, I'm still mine. I prepared it. I typed it. I put every period, every sentence, every comma, every letter on it. It was mine. I sent it. I stand by it. It was legally done. It was purposely done. The reason why it was done was a legal reason. That legal reason still exists, and I don't want people to leave or to operate into labor with the unfortunate idea that it was Tony Braxton, Trina Braxton, Tawanda Braxton, Evelyn Braxton, Tracy Braxton that sent that cease and desist. It was not. It was not. Let's just be clear. So, I understand that, people want to drag the narrative that these sisters got together and colluded to send the cease and desist. No. The sisters did not send it. The sisters didn't even know it was being sent. Let's just be honest. There are more Braxtons that have my telephone number than just the women. There are more Braxtons that are represented in that family than just the women.
So if the cease and desist has to be requested by someone, how do you send a cease and desist on someone's behalf? If it's not one of the sisters, right, who did it, who orders the cease and desist? So it would appear that either we know that you represent the Braxtons, at some point all the Braxtons or Tony or what have you. Who else will be able to order such a thing?
Let me say this. The recipient of the cease and desist knows exactly who asked for the cease and desist because that person's name is in the cease and desist. And if they keep playing with me, I'm going to publish the cease and desist because I have permission from my client to do it at this point. Because you keep playing in these people's face.
Now I understand. Okay.
If y'all remember Ashley said her father. Y'all remember Ashley is the niece. Their brother It's her dad. She said her father sent her a cease to desist. So what is this lawyer is saying? The Braxton lawyer is saying, I can tell you one thing. No woman with a vagina. No Braxton woman with a vagina. Then he named all the Braxton female. Gave him the have the cease to desist delivered to Tamar. And guess what? Tamar having Ashley on the show. And so that's my opinion, that it was Ashley dad.
How does one